Hey everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. I went ahead and grabbed the iPad mini 6th generation and the folio case for it. So I'm going to unbox it, give you my first impressions, but first let me tell you why I actually picked this up, because I already have 2 iPads, and let me tell you why I picked up a third. All right, so I have both the 11-inch iPad, this is the M1, and I have a 12.9-inch iPad. This is the generation right before the M1s came out. And I have to say, I like them both. I really do. But the 12.9 is just too big for for everyday use. I end up using this mostly as a separate monitor, as an external monitor using Sidecar. And this one I use when I want to use an iPad, but I feel like it's still a little bit too big. And it was this right here, a non-Apple device. It was the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 that actually made me fall in love with the idea of this small sort of form factor of a tablet. So a nice small tablet. So I went ahead and picked up an iPad mini, the 6th generation, so I can try it out. So let's get this bad boy unboxed, and I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, just from the first impressions. But let's first get it out of the box and take a look. All right, well, here's the box, and we have the folio case over here as well, but we're gonna set that off to the side for the moment because, well, we've seen the folio case throughout the years. It hasn't really changed much. But here is the mini. We can see right there, it says mini. And on this side, it's a little branding, little branding, little branding, little branding. And then on the back here, we can see this is going to be the 256 gig model, the 6th generation, and we see what's going to be included, but we're going to go over that as we look in here. And this is going to be the purple model here. So, all right, let's go ahead and actually peel this open. And this is nice right here. You can see Apple has this peel thing right there, so you don't even really need to worry about getting a knife or scissors or anything. You can just grab that, peel this, and you can see it just breaks the plastic, and now you can go ahead and get this thing out of the plastic, and we can then get it out of the box. So let's see if we can get this thing out here, and it's going to be a nice slow thing there, and there we have it. This is going to be the iPad right there. Look how small that is. Wow. All right, let's get this out. Now, I know some of you like to hear the whole peeling off of stuff, so I'll go ahead and do that right now. All right, there it is. This is the iPad mini, and yeah, this is supposed to be purple, but I can tell you right now, under the lights here, it looks sort of bluish, or it almost looks bluish gray. It doesn't look purple right now. So, but I noticed that same thing when I had my my iPhone. It's supposed to be a purple. It didn't look really purple, but under certain lighting conditions, it looks purple. But this is nice. It's nice and small. You can see there I can wrap my whole hand around it. It's just very, very easy to hold right there. So let's set that off to the side for just a moment so we can see what else comes in the box here. We can see it says designed in California, designed by Apple in California. And underneath it, oh, look at that. Look at that. How amazing. They don't even give you these when you buy an iPhone, which costs more money, but they give it to you when you buy the iPad mini. That is absolutely amazing. Apple, can we get power bricks in all of our devices? I mean, I know you guys keep talking about it's about the environment. We all know it's about saving money on your part, but when we buy a new device, we want to be able to plug it in and have it work properly. We don't want to have to turn around and repurpose a power brick from some other device or buy a new one. We want to have one in the box when we buy it. So just do this with all of your products. Thank you, and please, and thank you. All right, next we are going to get a USB-C cable. Oh, by the way, this is a USB-C one here. I can't see it on there. I think it says 20 watts. So this is 20 watts right here. So this is going to be a 20 watt power brick. And now we also have the charging cable. This is going to be a USB-C to USB-C cable. So that's very nice to have. And I think that's it. Yeah, that is it. So you're going to get that. You'll get those 2 things right there. You're going to get some paperwork in here. Let's see if I can pull this out and find out what we're going to get. It says iPad mini there. And let's see here. It looks like they're going to have some tips on there. So you're going to have welcome to the iPad mini. They're going to show you what the buttons are, how to wake it up, tap to awake, the Apple Pencil, all that good stuff. You're going to have the app switcher, the control center, the dock, all that good stuff there. They're going to give you some info on. So I might take a look at that in a bit here. And I think that's it, actually. Yeah. So that's all that's in there. So, well, that is the unboxing. They don't really give you a whole lot in the box now, but let's do this. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up for the very first time and see how it looks. But actually, before we fire it up, let's go ahead and open up the folio case so we can see what that's going to look like. So here we have the folio case here, and this is going to be the iPad mini Smart Folio. And I actually got this on sale over at Verizon, at the Verizon store. They have the black ones on sale for some reason right now for $15.99 or something like that. So it's crazy. It might even just been $15. I think I only paid like $15 even after tax. So normally these things are 59 bucks. That's right, $59 for the Apple one. And I was able to get it for $15. So that is just fantastic. Now, if you get one of the other colors, even at the Verizon store, I noticed that it's the regular price. But the black one, they're on sale. I found out about that from a website called Slick Deals. And Slick Deals has all kinds of great discounts and promotions and all kinds of stuff that people share from, people send to them and they share it. It's sort of like not peer-to-peer, but it's sort of just like I don't know what kind of site I don't know what the word is. I'm losing the word, but it's a site where everybody kind of sends in info. If they see a great sale or something, they send it into Slick Deals, and then you can go there and find it and buy it. And that's what I found this on Slick Deals. I went and ordered it, picked it up, and got it. So yeah. All right, let's see here. I think there might be some tape on here or something that I need to get through. So I'm not sure if I can just pull this out. Nope, there we go. I can just pull it out. And here we have it. And this is it. This is the Smart Folio right there. That's just an insert right there. And you can see here, it just is a little folding case right there. It has the cutout for the camera and the flash, and it has the Apple symbol on the back right there. And so basically you can set that right there, and there you go. You have it just like that, and it's just like that. It fits in there magnetically, and you can see there it's a nice strong magnet, so it's going to hold up. You don't have to worry about this thing falling out. And the great thing about it is you can use this as a stand as well. So if you want to stand up the iPad and watch movies like this, you can. If you want to set it up like this and have it, let's see, I think you can get it up like this. I think maybe you can have it like this. So you can have it like that, so you can see it that way if you want. And yeah. So I guess you can have it, let's see. No, well, I guess that'll work there. You can't do it like that, but I wouldn't do it because it's a little risky, but you can balance it like that and get it upright if you wanted to, but that's probably a little bit risky there. But this is nice because it's going to protect not just the front, but the back of the iPad. It used to be that the old folio case was just basically a magnetic strip right here, and then it went just over the front of it, over the front of your iPad. Now it actually it covers the front and the back, so you have both your front and back protected. I think this is very, very nice. And it leaves this middle part open right here so you can still put your Apple Pencil on there and attach it magnetically. So, all right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up. And let's see if we can get this going and turn this thing on. See what the initial setup looks like. We can see our Apple symbol coming up there. And usually these things take just a few moments for them to make their first boot. And this is literally the first boot of this iPad mini 6th generation. All right, there we go. We can see it says hello, and it's saying hello in a couple of different languages. I'm gonna go ahead and swipe up there, and now I'm gonna get to choose the language that I want. I'm gonna choose English here. It's gonna ask me to select my region. I'm gonna select the United States there. And now it's gonna ask me if I wanna set it up. It's gonna say quick start, bring your current iPad or near this iPad to sign in and set up. If your other iPhone or iPad doesn't show options for setting up this iPad, make sure it's running iOS 11 or later and has Bluetooth turned on. You can also set this iPad up manually. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up with my iPad. So let me go ahead and get this going, and then we'll do just a quick test. I wanna test, one of the things I wanna test out is the camera on here and see how that works, and if it's gonna be good enough to shoot here in the studio with it, because sometimes I may wanna use it as a B cam, or I may wanna use it taking some thumbnails or something. So let me just, let me get it set up, and then we're gonna test the camera right quick. All right, well, as I get this iPad mini 6th generation set up, let me tell you some of the specs about the iPad. So the iPad mini 6th generation has the Apple A15 Bionic chip in it. It also has the Apple 5-core GPU. It has an accelerometer, ambient light sensor, barometer, altimeter, compass, gyroscope, and touch sensors. And it has an 8.3-inch screen size with a 3:2 aspect ratio. Now, for all of you resolution people, it is 2266 by 1488. That is 326 ppi. So that is the pixel density is 326 ppi. Now you can get this in either 64 gigs or 256 gigs. I have the 256 gig model. That is the maximum capacity, and I hope it's enough. So there is no expandable memory on here. What you get is what you get. Now it does have a Type-C port on there that you can use for both power and data transfer, and it has a maximum of 20-watt power delivery for fast charging. Now, you're also going to get built-in speakers, 2 built-in speakers, and 2 built-in microphones, so we should have pretty good sound, both for input and output, so we'll have to test it and see, but it should deliver pretty good audio, and it should pick up our voice pretty nicely when we're recording video or recording sound. Now this also has Wi-Fi 6, it's dual band, both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. It has Bluetooth 5.0, but there is no NFC, so you won't be using Apple Pay with this because, well, it just isn't gonna work with NFC. Now, it may have Apple Pay like built into the software, so if you're on like a website or something and you wanna go ahead and pay for, I don't know, for movie tickets or buying something, you may be able to use it like that, but you won't be able to use the tap to pay feature because there is no NFC in this tablet. Now, as far as the camera system, you are going to have a single lens on there. You're gonna have the ultra-wide 12 megapixel sensor with a 2.4, an f2.4 lens with a 122 degree field of view. And that is going to be on the that's going to be on the front. On the rear, you also have a single camera, which is going to be a wide-angle 12 megapixel sensor with a 1.8 lens. You're also going to have an LED flash on the back. Now, as far as video recording, you're going to be able to record in 1080p up to 60 frames per second on the front. So that's going to be your selfie camera. You'll be able to record 1080p on the front. Now, for the rear camera, you're going to be able to record up to 4K at 60 frames a second, up to UHD 4K up to 60 frames a second. You'll also be able to record 1080p up to 60 frames a second and 240 frames a second in slow-mo mode. You can also record 720 up to 30 frames a second with that rear camera. So the rear camera seems like it's going to be pretty good. Now, I wish they offered a dual lens system or a triple lens system so that you had both, you had a ultra wide, a wide, and a zoom like the Pro models, but you know, it is a mini and I guess they don't have room for all of those cameras and lenses in this little compact body. Now, as far as the battery, they don't really tell us what the battery is. They just say it's a lithium-ion polymer. It's non-removable with 19.3 watt hours, and it has an estimated battery life of 10 hours. So we don't know what the milliamps are, but they do tell us that it's 19.3 watt hours. So, and again, it comes with a 20 watt, it has power supply, 20 watts with USB-C. It has a touch screen, and yeah, that's pretty much it, except for the weight. It weighs 0.65 pounds or 0.29 kilograms. So this thing is extraordinarily light. It is very, very light. If you put this in your backpack or your purse, heck, even your back pocket, you're probably not even gonna know it's there, not weight-wise. You may know it's there if you feel it, because, well, it's a slab of glass in there, so you may feel it on there in your pocket or in your purse or your backpack, but you're probably not gonna notice the weight because it weighs pretty much next to nothing. All right, so I have the iPad all set up here and I'm recording now using the rear camera of the iPad. I have it set at 4K at 24 frames a second to match what I shoot with my Sony cameras in here. And so yeah, this is what it looks like if you're shooting here in like my studio here. Now the built-in camera app for Apple does not have a Pro app, so you just get what you get straight out of camera just with the regular camera app. If you want to control your exposure manually, you'll have to download a third-party app, something like the Moment Pro Camera app or, Beast Cam or something like that that works for you. So, yeah, but here is a look at the camera and the image or the image quality coming out of the rear cameras of the iPad mini 6th generation. So let's go ahead and turn this thing around and take a look at the front-facing camera and see how that one looks in comparison. Okay, so now this is the front-facing camera of the iPad mini 6th generation, and I will tell you there are a couple of things that I don't like about the iPad mini 6th generation already. One is that it doesn't seem that I can use an external microphone with the iPad. So I plugged in my DJI wireless mic when I was testing out the rear-facing camera, and I got no audio at all. So I don't know what's wrong with it. It works when I plug this into, say, my iPhone. It works when I plug it into, say, my Android phones, but it's not working here with the iPad mini. I'm not sure why. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, if there's some setting I need to fix or something. I may have to call Apple and try and work that out. Now, the other thing that I don't like about this mini, and it's not just the mini, it's actually all iPads, and that is that the camera, the front-facing camera is way off to the side. So if you turn the camera and you have it in landscape mode, it's gonna be on either your left or right side, whichever way you position your camera. But it means you have to look off to the side so that you're actually looking into the camera. Because if you look at yourself on the screen, and you do this, now it looks like you're crazy because it looks like you're looking all off to the side and not actually into the camera. So yeah, that's something I don't like. But let's quickly just go ahead and take and do a comparison between this camera, the front-facing camera here, and the Sony a7S III. And so now I'm on my Sony a7S III here, and you can get an idea of what it's gonna look like, the difference in image quality, so that you can decide if this works for you or not. For some people, if you're just starting out on YouTube and you wanna go ahead and get things cracking, you don't have a bunch of money for a fancy mirrorless camera and lenses and all that stuff, and you just need to get going, this may be a workable solution for you. The biggest problem for me is that it doesn't seem that I can actually hook up an external microphone, and that for me would be a big problem if I was depending on this device for content creation. So that's something to think about. Now you can sync your audio in post if that's what you're doing, but if you plan on using your iPad to actually edit, then you may have a little bit more trouble. So anyways, I'll have to try and figure that out when I do my full review. So, all right, there you go. That's it. Quick samples for both audio and video with the rear-facing cameras and the front-facing camera of the iPad mini 6th generation. All right, everyone. Well, there you go. That is it. That is my unboxing and first impressions of the iPad mini 6th generation. And I will say I do like this. I like the form factor. As you can see, it's very, very easy to handle this thing. I mean, I can palm it with no problem. It's just a nice, easy solution. It's super lightweight and super easy to carry. And you can fit this thing even in your pocket if you have big pockets like I do. So yeah, there's there's a few things that are downsides to me. One, I wish it had a more robust camera system, even though it doesn't. It's not a deal breaker because I didn't really buy it for the cameras. I do also wish, though, that I was able to use external microphones with this, and right now I don't see that I can. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but if I can't, that's a real bummer for me. Even though I don't plan on recording a lot of video with it, in the instance that I want to or I need to, I would like to have that option. So yeah. Anyways, I do very much like this this smart folio case. This thing is kind of cool. It's protective and it's smart. So there's that. And yeah, I'm gonna do a review of this thing. I'm gonna dig into it, see what I like, what I don't like, talk to you about it, and maybe get some questions from you guys. See what you want me to talk about when I do my review, and see if there's any questions you want answered about it. And there you go. So all right. I'm going to leave links to this product down below in the video description so that you can check it out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to this channel. And follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.